Brosplay! So speaking of getting murked, you know who Michael Venom Page is.
MVP?
MVP! So he fights for Bellator, which is one of the biggest competing organizations against the UFC.
And also the best supervillain name.
Oh yeah, that would be an awesome name, and you'd just be like a...
Bellator.
Yeah, you'd probably have like bells all over your pant legs, and then you'd like probably use them to kill people. Like you'd make sound waves, and they'd bleed from the ears and nose and shit.
And he's always making stupid bell puns.
Yeah, probably. I could see that. So he was in a fight with this guy named Cyborg, one of the three MMA... Yeah, one of the three people in MMA who named Cyborg. Also, his wife... Like, he used to be married to the female Cyborg.
Of course he was.
So, like, how confusing is that? Cyborg married Cyborg.
You will be completed... No, what the fuck do they say?
Upgraded.
Upgraded. What a fucking terrifying enemy.
What is that exclamation point?
I was gonna shame the shit out of you if you didn't know what I was talking about. I thought you were about to say, what are those called? It's like, that's the least... It's the least creative name of an enemy in the whole series of Doctor Who.
Well, they're men and they're cyber, so...
Cymen? No. Ooh.
So this cyborg guy is fighting Michael Venom Page, and he goes for a takedown, which means he shoots for both legs. And at the exact same time, Michael Page saw it coming, goes for a flying knee, connects right to the forehead.
Actually, yeah, I've heard about that.
Shattered his frontal bone in his skull.
The orbital.
No. Lots of orbital fractures happened, but he actually broke the frontal bone, which is right above your eyebrows. Right above your nose and between your eyebrows. He shattered it, and when you look at the MRIs, it's actually pretty much broken all the way out to, like, midway through his eyebrows. It was actually such an impact that the doctors are... Yeah, he's just standing there.
There's just gunfire.
Motherfucker.
Some dude runs by the window. No reaction.
So they actually got hit so hard that the doctors are fairly sure it could have been a fatal hit.
Whoa.
He actually almost killed him in one hit.
Yeah, well, Joe had described how he had, in all of his 1,000+ fights that he's seen, that he's never seen anything like that, and it happened because of extreme circumstance. The two of them were moving towards each other perfectly. Mm-hmm. And a knee is one of the strongest strikes, right? Like one of the strongest things you can do.
Absolutely, a knee is super devastating. That's one of the reasons that you're not allowed to kick or knee a downed opponent. But they've changed the rules on that. So it used to be if your opponent is touching the ground with either of their hands, you can't kick or knee them in the head. But now they have to have both their hands flat on the ground in order to be counting as a downed opponent. So you're going to see a lot more people getting kneed and soccer kicked in the head.
Try blowing these windows up.
Yeah. This game does a really good job, but it doesn't always make it like clear.
Yeah.
Because there's the exclamation point things that I had to destroy, which obviously do something, but it doesn't really...
I have a feeling you're supposed to go in from the adjacent building.
Or right here?
In that tiny fucking door.
Like, this is what I don't... Oh, no, this must be a spawn point. So, yeah, I don't... Like, why is this door open?
Nice!
Oh, yes! That's what I wanted. See if I can come out.
Oh.
Here's Johnny.
Nice. You know what's I've been very into Nostalgia Critic recently. Actually, I'm disappointed. I just found out I've pretty much watched everything. All of his, like, years of work, and I undid it in, like, a month. But
undid it as if
it has been undone. All his work, as if he's sitting there and he's like, "Fuck, Mitch doesn't have anything to watch. I have to work faster."
Think this will be under the building?
Nice.
No,
I don't think so. I think this is just for fun.
I don't know about that because there's got to be a way into this place. I don't know if I've ever beaten this game. Now that I think about it, because lots of these bosses, I have no idea how to actually take them out.
That's fun. That's nice though. You know enough about this to have fun, but get to explore certain parts.
Well, And I've definitely beaten the second
Why would
game.
they
I've beaten the
design
second game like 20 times because it's the easiest fucking thing in the world. It tells you exactly what to do, and it doesn't take very long either. I think we're inside.
But Mr. Alger Critic, fuck was I even bringing him up for? Oh, thanks for telling us about ramps.
Well, you were telling, you're saying how you had done all of his content
Yeah.
in like a couple of days.
I had a reason to bring him up,
You
though.
sick fuck.
This is the problem with trying to get everything out at the same time, is that sometimes you have to sacrifice. Do you know how much I
See, that
sacrificed?
guy wasn't even fighting me. Why was he one of them?
Because everything's gone to shit, brother.
Everything's gone to shit.
Oh. Ooh.
That worked.
Ooh.
Yeah, like, this guy's not even fighting me. Why are they giving me credit for... Oh. Right. He's gonna punch me. What a moron.
Okay, Stephen King, that was the point. Stephen King, as brilliant as a writer is, there's a few famous examples of film adaptations he does not like of his own work. And so he decided to do it himself. And they're hilariously bad.
I've also been told he's not very good at reading his own work.
Also, yeah, I've heard, like, just boring. Monotone. Try a building that... Isn't there a building that attaches?
Okay, so...
But yeah, he did his own Shining. He didn't like The Shining.
So he had to make one.
He made his own. And it's hilariously bad.
That's actually really brutal. Especially because that one's a classic for subtle reasons.
Yes.
So if you don't fully commit to making like your own version, it's gonna be bad. And I assume he didn't have like a full film crew.
Well, I'm sure he did. It was like a proper movie.
Oh man, that's so much
Or
personal
TV
money
show.
to invest.
Yeah, I mean, he might have got, like, other people might have invested in that, but...
Other people who didn't like The Shining, those sick fucks.
Well, there's money people out there who don't give a fuck about art. They will give you, like... That's... Sometimes producer, that's what that means. Like, that they put money into it. That was it. They said, I'll give you $1 million, you gotta give me 1.2 or 1.5 back. Something like that.
If the movie gets, you know...
A lot of the time, well, I don't know, I shouldn't speak because I don't actually know, but I imagine there's a lot of times
I should not speak, for I am talking out of my asshole.
Everything's gone to shit. Ooh, door.
Yeah, I think we tried going up from below. Now let's try going down from above. God damn this game and its indestructible environments.
Isn't there a catwalk over here?
You're right, that maybe I can go through one of those pipes.
I'm thinking there's just like an open window or something. Have you checked every level?
That's a good point. I've definitely not checked every level.
If you're watching this, creators of... Oh, there's a door.
A man door.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, if you're watching this, creators of Crackdown, fuck you.
No, I was going to be a little nicer than that. Like, have you noticed how fast we blasted through this game and we have now spent a whole fucking episode on this?
I don't know if that's a good thing, because it's not like I'm solving
I'm saying it's
something.
a bad thing. Like, what I mean is, like, does not reflect the tone you are creating.
Yeah, and please close off places where enemies are supposed to spawn out of.
Yeah, like, what is this, these doors, these open doors? I can open doors.
These enemies are not very effective either.
No.
Because they've been shooting at me since I got here.
Oh, door, more doors.
No, those are the same doors.
What the fuck? What are you...
You just said enemies above. It's like, obviously, I'm getting shot in the head. Of course I know there's enemies
maybe there's
above.
more exploration to be done underground. Oh. Oh, nice. Wow, I really wasn't expecting that to happen.
Yeah, me neither. I thought I'd just try it one more time.
The explosives seem like the most fun.
Well, also an explosion in a, like, tight, confined tube like this.
It would do a lot more damage.
Yeah, well, also, even if the actual explosion didn't get them, just the compressed air would. That's why explosions in mines are so dangerous, because there's nowhere for all that debris and air pressure to go.
Yeah, I watched a thing about that. They're like the rebuilding of the new trade center.
Really?
And they're just the new one's designed like a bunker. It's pretty intense. But they talked about some other examples of buildings that were designed out of material that would explode if you were to make a solid box of concrete. It would not hold. if you put TNT in there. But then they showed if you put 4 windows, the same material survives and is actually structurally sound afterwards.
Because it has base.
Yeah, so they've designed the new trade center to have these big columns, and they kind of allow any sort of like the base of the building would be the most vulnerable, so it would make the most sense to go for, and that part is maybe you have to blow these up.
I probably do, but I just don't know where they all are.
What the fuck was that?
I don't even know what's going
What is
on.
happening?
Okay, so I guess no, I definitely agree with you. We gotta blow all those things up. We found 2, 3 now.
They're probably just all the way around.
Yeah, I guess so. So we're just gonna keep searching.
Dorojna.
Oh, it's red now. You see that? His icon is red instead of yellow. So it's probably that was the last one I needed.
It probably encourages him to leave, maybe?
Yeah, because it maybe like fills his place with gas.
That's silly. Was that explained at all?
Well, it's a little silly, but what's really silly is that I couldn't see all of the exclamation points from one spot.
Woo! Oh!
Putting those things in the same spot was silly too. No, see, yeah, it's back to yellow. So I'm guessing we have to find more of those switches.
What the fuck?
Maybe let's try and be logical about this. So that's a red thing going into there.
Occam's razor?
And then... No, these don't have anything going into there. I have no fucking idea what they're trying to get me to do. We are just gonna keep trying.
You're familiar with Occam's razor, right?
Yeah, the simplest solution is most often the true one. The correct one.
Oh. That's not what I thought it was.
What do you think it was?
I thought it was the Spock line. When you eliminate all the impossible, then what is left, no matter how improbable, is the most likely the answer.
Well, that's a Sherlock Holmes deduction.
Is it?
Oh yeah, yeah. That's a Sherlock line for sure. He would always say that to Watson. When you've eliminated all that is impossible, whatever remains, no matter how improbable, must be the truth.
Huh.
There's that.
Oh, he's up. Yeah, he's up on the top. Straight to the top. Ooh.
Straight up.
Oh, I knew you were gonna say that. You fucking love that line.
It's my. I don't even want to explain what it's from.
It's a terrible movie.
Yeah, well, that's part of why. Pretty sure Queen Latifah's in it.
Yep. Yep.
Ah!
Queen Latifah. Because, you know, you had to differentiate between all the other Latifahs. Fuck.
Hey, you say that, but I'm sure there's some people that know like 7 or 8 Latifahs.
Not in show business, though.
Well,
It's like Angry Joe. It's because Joe is a really common fucking name. But if his name was like, I almost said Shaquille. I was like, no, that guy has a name already. There's already a Shaq. There's already a Shaq. He would still have to be Angry
Sergey.
Shaq.
Ooh.
Angry Shaq.
Angry Shaq.
You do not
That might be a good episode.
You do not want
good
Shaq
TV
to be
show.
angry, because that guy is terrifying as a nice guy.
Yeah, Shaq. Well, I think he's terrifying in stature and terrifying in build.
Oh yeah, I want to go back on something I said in a previous episode of Crackdown. I said there was an episode. There was
See if I can fly with this thing.
Ninja Sex Party. Flap your wings. Flap your wings.
Ah.
I said there was a Ninja Sex Party interview where a woman says, "How misogynistic," and then cuts it right before he says something. He isn't about to say something. I went and looked back on it. He laughs and smiles, but it's still cut off a little too quickly. Kind of feels like he might have said something afterwards. Either way,
These guys are nuts. They just ran themselves off the highway.
Whatever, play yourself. Anyway, I just had to clarify that, because that's not exactly how it happened. I still don't really like it, and it probably could have been removed because it implies that he just agrees with you by not saying anything.
I guess he probably was trying not to be adversarial, which I totally get.
Yeah, this was a while ago.
And I think that it's important to correct yourself. Philip DeFranco made a point about that. He had actually like a bunch of corrections to make, just all like little things. Like this person wasn't a Marine; they were actually like a soldier. Or
small. Do you watch Philip DeFranco?
Ironically, exactly once a week.
Oh,
Like I usually just see one and I'm like, oh, that sounds like really interesting. I'll listen to that. And every time he's like, oh, I hope you're all having a great Tuesday.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I didn't, it's Sunday, but yeah, I'm having a great Tuesday.
Yeah, he always says the name of the day. He went from Monday to Thursday to a full 7-day show. It's still Monday through Thursday is the regular show, and then Friday is the recap and additional information, updates and stuff on things he talked about. And then Saturday, Sunday are totally different. I think Saturday is where he posts the podcast. Funny thing about that is he does full ass podcasts with people
As interviews.
Yeah, but then he puts it together in a video that's condensed to all like the best moments, and so it's actually so well put together. I didn't even know that. I thought that was what he called a podcast, was a 10-minute conversation. And then I went and watched the whole thing. You kind of have to watch one or the other. You can't really watch the highlight and then the full one, because then you hear all the moments you've already heard. It's very strange.
Yeah, it's probably interesting to get context, but it's not really like worth the full. I mean, how long did you say it was? An hour podcast?
They're all over the place. They're often crazy short, like 50 minutes.
That's an interesting length though, because you're gonna get a lot more densified content if you know you're only doing about an hour.
Densified.
But also sometimes I find the point of a podcast is to have like really low density content. It's about conversation with the occasional moment of really solid content.
Speaking of conversation, thank you for joining us. Oh, was that Mario and Luigi?
I think so.